Guys, we finally have a first potential look of Apple Pencil 3 that could be debuting with the 2021 iPad Pros later this month. But unfortunately, it's not all great news because Apple seemingly decided to revert back to the glossy finish. Why? Timothy, why are you breaking my heart? I thought you loved me. Anyways, we have all that, and a black color option, and also haptic feedback, and some other interesting upgrades we can expect with this next generation Apple Pencil. So yes, there is a lot of interesting information to delve into, and so without further ado, make sure to like and subscribe, be a part of the Butterfication squad, and with that being said, let's just tuck in. Right, so I want to say one thing up front. This comes from Mr. White, who is a source with 50% in terms of credibility. So definitely find as much salt as you can in your house and have it with you while absorbing all of this information because it is very much needed. Anyways, delving into the image, the first weird change with Apple Pencil 3 is the glossy finish, and this actually makes zero sense to me. I have the Apple Pencil 1 and there is no benefit to the glossy finish. It picks up fingerprints, it scratches very easily, and also it just slips out of your hand. So why are you going back to this, Apple? Why are you reverting back to this texture? It makes zero sense. Especially since Apple gave us a matte texture on the Apple Pencil 2 for extra grip when writing. And so I sit here bewildered as to why Apple's making the change back to the glossy finish even though it's inferior and hinders the user experience because it makes the pencil less comfortable to hold. Now my only hope, other than this leak being fake, is maybe there's some sort of plastic wrapper on the pencil to protect it, and so that's what's causing the glossy finish, and underneath it of course has the same matte finish we have on Apple Pencil 2. Anyways, another interesting observation I made in this image is of course the new redesigned tip. Now the big change with the tip is there is a stem now which connects it to the metal part of the pencil, and I'm assuming that's for a better fit and of course could improve the durability of it too. I've also heard some express they want a softer tip, which sounds very dodgy, but anyways, a softer tip will improve the writing experience, and so yes, I do hope we see that with Apple Pencil 3. But the not so exciting part about a redesigned tip is of course, number one, you can't use the existing tips, but number two, because Apple's engineered this to an extreme level, they're going to charge a higher price for the replacements, and that's not such a great thing. And those are pretty much the key takeaways from this image, and I can't lie, if these are the only upgrades, I'm gonna be disappointed because I absolutely despise the glossy finish. And of course, with the redesigned tip, we have no clue what the advantages are. Of course, we can guess it might have better durability, but we can't know for sure. Now, of course, I was pretty curious at this point to see if there were other leaks suggesting any other upgrades coming to Apple Pencil 3. And in fact, Mr. White himself, back in mid-2020, told us simply that the next Apple Pencil could come in black. Now, of course, everybody loves a good black option, and matte black would be wonderful, but I'm not too excited about a glossy black finish, especially if it's like the jet black we had on the iPhone 7, because I remember how easily that phone scratched up and of course gained fingerprints. It was terrible. And so yes, if we do get a glossy black finish with Apple Pencil 3, I wouldn't buy that. Like, I just don't want that. I'd rather have the glossy white finish instead. Now, regarding any practical upgrades with Apple Pencil 3, I delved into some existing patents that Apple has filed regarding the pencil, and while some of them seem a little outlandish, for example, we have a patent for a touch bar on the pencil, that would be absolutely insane, so I hope that doesn't happen. But another patent I noticed was haptic feedback coming to the Apple Pencil. Now I can see this happening because Apple's always had a focus with haptic feedback with their products. For example, the iPhones are by far the best when it comes to the vibrations that get you tingling. And so imagine having that on, of course, the Apple Pencil. I think it would make the writing experience more natural and more pen to paper like. And of course, maybe you could program the vibrations to, of course, alert you when you have a notification while writing, or maybe when you make a spelling error. I think that would be pretty cool. So yeah, I think there are a lot of practical uses and advantages with haptic feedback on the Apple Pencil. Another patent I can see materializing is possibly the pencil becoming a magic wand, because yes, you could be like Harry Potter and do gestures in the air and do magical things with your iPad. So much like Samsung has with the S Pen, you could do, of course, certain gestures to control the iPad. For example, maybe a flick of the wrist like that could erase things, or maybe a twist could, of course, zoom into an image or a drawing that an artist is making. And so yes, again, I feel like there are a lot of practical uses with this feature. It just needs to work as intended, because otherwise you look like a clown waving your pencil in the air frantically like this. Yeah, you can see how weird this is. Anyways, my favorite patent by far has to do with a real life color picker. So if you have something that's red and you want this red in your drawing, then you can just get your Apple Pencil and tap it. Boom. And then it'll capture that exact gradient and you can use it in your drawing. That's a game changer for artists, and so I can see that featuring in Apple Pencil 3. Now let's quickly touch on the price and compatibility. Now, because in the image there is no lightning port on the pencil, I'm pretty sure we're not going back to the old way of charging, which is pretty stupid. And so yes, this should of course magnetically attach on the iPad, much like Apple Pencil 2. And so I'm pretty sure that you will be able to use your existing Apple Pencil 2 with the next generation iPad Pro. And of course, if you want to upgrade your Apple Pencil, then you can use Apple Pencil 3 with the 2018 and 2020 iPad Pro. But price-wise, I'm not completely sure what Apple's going to do, because of course, right now they have the Apple Pencil 1 as the lower tier option at $99. And then, of course, the second generation went up in price to $129. And so, yes, it is somewhat likely this goes up in price again to possibly $149. It's either that, or of course, if the changes are pretty minor, Apple might replace Apple Pencil 2 with, of course, the third generation model at the same price. So yes, that is pretty much everything we can expect with Apple Pencil 3, but tell me in the comments below, what is your dream Apple Pencil feature? What would you like to see with future iterations of this accessory? Anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Be a part of the Butterfication squad. Check out a video here in the icon above about the iPad mini 6 possibly being delayed. And on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya, peeps.